it's Leela. I am a cisgendered feminine woman. Um, this is not something that I am because I was assigned it. This is something that I've given a lot of thought to and really reflected on my identity and how I feel inside. And it very much is me. Um, I really appreciate it when I meet that straight person who has considered their sexual identity and thought about dating somebody of their own gender once and just realize it's not for them. I really appreciate it when I meet people who are very much gay and have thought about dating somebody of the opposite gender and realize it's not for them. I appreciate people who think about these things critically because I think it enriches the conversation. In my case, um, I am a lot of things that at certain points in history might have been considered traditionally masculine. I am the primary breadwinner for my family. I am not domestic. I hate housework and those kind of chores. I am not a service top kind of caregiver. I do not take pleasure in taking care of others so much as I take pleasure in projects and handiwork. I joked for years that in my house, if you want to think about traditional gender roles, flip them on their head, because I've just taken on a lot of the things that are traditionally the man's work in my house. Um, that budget, kids get scheduling, all of those things. Not strictly, but yeah, a lot of those things. I also find that things like I really love getting up in front of a group and giving a speech and talking to people and engaging with people in a very extroverted way. Um, that is something that I find to be very feminine, um, but that I've heard as a masculine trait, which frankly confounds me. But I've heard that. um, other things. I believe in sexual dominance and submission, and who takes the lead role being very fluid. And so I've had that come at me like, you have a very masculine energy. I have a very high sex drive. That's considered a masculine thing sometimes. But for me, that's very feminine. And also, when I look historically, like at my mother and grandmothers and those kind of people, they were badasses. And they had lots of power and really strong feminine power. And I think it's important that we hold on to that as women and as people who identify as female, because there's a lot of strength in femininity that is really has always been there and has been undervalued by the system and by the histories, but no less there for that fact. Um, so anyway, ultimately, I identify as a cisgendered woman, as very much feminine, because that's what feels right to me. That's how I like to be, and I feel prettier and stronger and better about myself, and just more authentically me when I perform in life as a woman. And I've tried putting on like men's clothes, and I've joked that if I have a male persona, that male persona is a cross dresser, because really I do feel just better about myself when I dress in feminine clothing. Now, to me, that's really no different than some people I know who were born with penises, and then they put on that pretty dress or do their eye makeup, and it just feels more authentically them, and that is beautiful. I want to own that in myself, that power, that feminine power. And I think that everyone should be empowered to own in themselves whatever performative gender identities give them that sense of self and power. Thanks very much and have a great day.